I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much because y'all know what y'all said to me, bro. I was called delusional. I was called biased. I was told we going out in the first round. I was told we going out in the second round. I was told we was going out in the third round. And nobody even took us to 7 games? Clippers fans, swear up and down. Dallas going home, Dallas going home. 6 games. OKC fans, oh, Luka's a crybaby. Luka's not that nice. Shea better. 6 games. Minnesota fans, oh, Anthony Edwards is Michael Jordan. Oh, you can't hold Anthony Edwards. 5 games. I was told this wasn't going to work, bro. I have the receipts. This was a D+ trade. Kyrie is a net negative. Kyrie brings too much baggage. Kyrie and Luka don't mesh together because they both ball handlers. And we just dropped 72 points on y'all ass. Those 2 players dropped 72 points on y'all ass. I'm just saying. I was told that I'm a Mavericks fan and I'm blinded by my fandom. We're not that nice. I've been trying to tell y'all that we can beat any team in this league. Y'all can go back to the videos from before the season started. I was telling y'all the Mavericks are going to be better than you think you are, and they're going to be a dark horse type of team. And throughout the season, they became better than that. By the end of the season, I didn't think we were a dark horse team. I thought we legit had a chance. You can look at, I'll show y'all my bracket. Right now, I actually predicted the finals. I can show y'all. Y'all can go back, watch videos from even right before the playoffs. I was telling y'all, you could take videos from before the playoffs even started when we were still in the play-in tournament. I said, bro, in the play-in, I think we could take any team in the league. We beat the 4th seed, we beat the 3rd seed, and we beat the 1st seed. All on a run to the finals. And listen, I'm doing my big one right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my high horse bragging and boasting all that. We excited. Mavs Nation going to the finals. But job's not done. The job is not done. And now that let me stop boasting for a little bit and actually get into some ball analysis. Let's talk about the game, talk about the series and what's next for them Dallas Mavericks. Let's get into it. Over 90% of the people that watch my content are not subscribed. So if you're messing with the videos, please hit that sub button and the noti bell so you'll get notified every time I upload. But let's get back to the hoops. Y'all know the drill. We're going to start off with analyzing this past game. And as you can see, not a close one. After we had 4 very tightly close and contested games between these 2 teams, the Mavs just came out swinging. Luka had 20 points in the first quarter. So there's that. Going into the halftime, Luka and Kyrie outscored their entire team. And even at the end of the game, Kyrie and Luka had 72. And the T-Wolves had 103. So the fact that 2 of these players pretty much damn near matched most of your team is terrible. Y'all could not hold them at all. We can get into the role players as well. D-Live, I told y'all, D-Live's impact really cannot be understated. D-Live is one of the most important players on this roster, and in my opinion, he's the 3rd best player on this roster. The rebounding, the defense, just the overall impact. I'm glad Derek Lively came back. He had another scare today, got hit in the back of the head again. Hate that for my guy, but hey, he came out, he hooped. He had a couple of blocks as well, if I'm not mistaken. He had 3 blocks. And huge impact. Daniel Gafford as well, huge impact. PJ Washington's defense amazing once again hit some threes tonight. It was just a good effort from the guys. It was a good effort. We shot 50-40, and this is what happens when we shoot 50-40. This is what the score looks like. Last game, Minnesota shot about 50-40, and they won by 5. So I'm just saying, I think we're a really scary team. Looking over here, Cat and Ant actually did have a pretty good outing. A lot of this came when they were already down by 30+ points, though. I think Anthony Edwards actually did come out pretty hot. At least had more than 10 in the first quarter, but it just wasn't really enough to keep them in the game. Karl Anthony Towns did start hitting a couple of shots when they were down, getting some momentum, getting to the rim. It was cute. They went on a little run. It was nothing really serious. There's nothing to really be scared of. Once you go down, I think they were down like by 36 points at some point, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the team stats. Largest lead, yep. They were down by 36 points at some point in this game. So once you go down that big, almost 40 points, I feel like There's nothing to really be scared of. Y'all cut the lead down by 20 and still lost by 21. So that pretty much tells you all you need to know about where you stood in this game. They just weren't there. I do want to say, regardless of win or lose, as much as I absolutely hate Timberwolves fans now, shout out to the T-Wolves, man. I think they fought a really hard series. I don't think that their team was really equipped to beat us. I think they came in and kind of learned that we're not the Nuggets. Like, they beat the Nuggets, and a lot of people, I feel like they do this thing that I like to call basketball power scaling. If I beat this team and this team is better than this team, then we're gonna beat this team. But that's not how that works. I think if we played the Nuggets, if the Mavericks played the Nuggets, it wouldn't go well for us. But the T-Wolves matched up very well against the Nuggets. They don't match up well against us. They don't got nothing for us. So they walked into the building and they just got outplayed. It wasn't a good matchup. We have the better players, in my opinion. We got more experience, in my opinion. So, well, not even in my opinion. Not even in my opinion. We have more experience and we have the better players. So that's just what happened. We won 5 games. I thought it would have been a 6-7 game series. I definitely thought they were going to put up more of a fight, especially after seeing what happened in that Denver series. One Luka shot, it could potentially have been a 6-game series or 7-game series, but you see how that went. We're Dallas in 5, going to the NBA Finals, and I do want to, like I said, shout out to the T-Wolves. Had a great series. Shout out Ant Edwards. He played, he picked it up. The first couple of games wasn't good. He picked it up. I'm not shouting out Karl-Anthony Towns, and I'm not shouting out Rudy Gobert. Even though Cat, his last 2 games, he did not play bad. He actually played very, very well in Game 4 and was probably the only reason they won. But overall, if Cat would have been more consistent just throughout this series, I think they would have been in a better position, and Rudy Gobert was just awful. Rudy Gobert was awful. I can't even begin to understate how bad Rudy Gobert is. I'm gonna definitely make a video on what the Timberwolves should do next, but right now we talking about the Mavs Celtics because that's what's coming up. That's the last series of the season, and I do hope the Mavs pull it out. I think this is gonna be a very tough series. I'm confident in my team, not only because I've seen what we can do at our best. I know how good our defense has become. I've seen how well we're gelling at this point. Jaden Hardy is also coming into his own off the bench, and that's just adding more role players that we can possibly get big games out of. But I feel like we have better reps. Honestly, like I said, we beat the Clippers. The Clippers were a really decent team. We beat the first seeded OKC Thunder, and then we beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Those are 3 really, really good teams, and I don't think that the Celtics have faced a team even better than the Clippers, in my opinion. You can argue me the Pacers, but I really do think that just overall throughout the playoffs, the Mavericks run has been more dominant considering the competition that we faced. I think we've only lost, I think maybe 3 more games than the Celtics, and the competition that we played was just exponentially better throughout the rounds, in my opinion. So I think that is pretty I think it's pretty fair to be confident going into the series considering the reps that we got up. We played a lot of good teams. I think the Celtics match up with us very well, though. They have a lot of switchable defenders. They have a lot of people who can start possessions and end possessions. I really think the key pieces in this series are Derek White and Drew Holiday. Having 2 guys who are hustle glue guys, play great defense, they can hit shots, they can start plays for you, they can switch on to pretty much 1 through 3, 1 through 4. I think that's very, very key for them. I think this is going to be a series where those guys are really going to have to be them. They're going to have to come up big in this series. I think if it turns into a Kyrie and Luka versus JT and JB, we're going to win that. Absolutely. So I think this is going to be a series that's more about what can the support guys do for me, because I think I'm pretty certain that the stars are going to show up. I'm super happy we in the finals, man. Like I can't believe it. I've been trying to tell y'all this for a while, but that's why this celebration is a little more tame. You know what I'm saying? I'm not super surprised. And honestly, after we won the first 2 games in Minnesota, I was very confident that we were going to the final. Like super confident. So here we are. We going to the finals against the Boston Celtics. I feel like we can win. It's not going to be easy, and I've said this the entire playoffs. I think people really do misunderstand me when I say this a lot of the time. Like, we have a chance. We can beat them. We can beat them does not mean we're going to sweep them. We can beat them does not mean these are going to be easy games. We can beat them does not mean we're not going to have to go through adversity. We can beat them means at the end of the day, in the final game when the clocks are 0-0 and there's no more games left to be played, we have a chance to be on top no matter what happened in that series. Right? The Celtics have dominated the Eastern Conference, but the East really hasn't been the strongest conference this season, especially with all the injuries going around. You can obviously point out Kawhi missing from the Clippers series, but that was the only really big injury that the Mavericks had against us the entire series was Kawhi. Super big injury, but either way, we beat better teams, in my opinion. We beat the T-Wolves healthy. We beat the Thunder fully healthy. So we went on a really dominant run to this finals berth, and I think the Celtics can say the same in terms of their dominance, but obviously they haven't played the same tier of squads. I've been saying Mavs in 6 every round, so I'm gonna go Mavs in 6 again. Gangsta. Mavs Nation, we in the finals, bro. Y'all thought we wasn't gonna do it. Y'all said the trade was ass. Y'all said we was ass. Where we at? Where we at? I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man.